Hello and welcome to another episode of Hobby Hall. So this is a little bit of a special one. As you can see in the background, we're just departing Market Bosworth Station. So this is some footage I grabbed when I went to the Model Railway Show in Bosworth this past weekend. It was a lovely show, lovely weather, and I picked up quite a few bits and bats, and I thought in this video I'd just do a quick look at some of the locos that we got. Now, I did buy a lot of other things, including some scenery. The missus bought a massive collection of cars and vehicles, which was very surprising. We bought some locos. Some loco stock, some rolling stock, and some other bits and bats. But I'm not going to actually show them in this video because the video is already sort of like 20 minutes long, and I'm trying to keep them short. But if that is something that people want to see, do please put a comment in the commenty bit in the bottom, and I might do a part 2. And we might do a bit more of a kind of in-depth into the show itself. Because I did get a couple of pictures. But for now, enjoy the Loco Haul. And let's have a look at what we came back with. Alright, so first up of our model purchases, and this is going to kind of work in reverse order of what we bought. So we've got the Caledonian Rail number 1, 2, 3. This is an old Triang model. It cost me £60, and as we can see, it came with 2 coaches. So it's a lovely looking model. Apparently this is the rarer matte blue one, according to the eBay. The coaches are very much of the age. They're pretty lightweight. They're pretty simple in the constructions. Under close scrutiny, you know, they're not very detailed, but they do look nice. Now these need a good clean, because I think we're going to run these as kind of like a nice special on the layout. And as you can see here, we've got one of the coaches, both coaches pretty much identical. All the glasses in there. They're in really good nick. Like I said, £60 for this set, which I didn't think was too bad. As you can see, this is where most of the dirt is. I mean, to be honest, along the top, I'm not that fussed. Because it looks quite realistic, or it looks quite prototypical, as some people may say. Not me, though, because I don't really like that terminology, but there we go. However, now the engine does have some issues. The main being this front bogie. Now, I think this has been modified, because the ones I've seen usually have a bar on the front. This one doesn't. It has a spacer, a bolt, and a screw that won't stay tight. Now, the main problem with this is it has a habit of derailing and doing this, which, as you can see on screen right now, the bogie basically flips off and it spins round, and then obviously causes some issues, you know, with the backwards bogie. So I need to rectify that. I think part of the reason, as you can see on the bottom there as well, it's got some, I don't know if that's a magnet or some weight. It does feel slightly magnetic, but it has got some LED flashing offcuts stacked up inside the cab, which I'm assuming is to weight it down, because I have read these have some traction issues with them being single wheeled and the weight's off. So I think what's happened is someone's tried to add some additional weight to essentially help with the traction, but they've made it back heavy, which is then causing it to, you know, because you've got quite a big pivot point on the spacing on those wheels, so it kind of like pops up backwards, which then lets the front bogie spin a bit freely in between the rails, and it's not got like a guiding bar on the bogie, so it's able to spin round. So this was the most expensive item I got. I'm not disappointed with it,
Sterling
because
this
has
Caledonian
got two carriages.
Swung it for me.
One, because it's blue. I don't have any blue engines at the minute. It's a nice Scottish one, being part Scottish myself. And it's just a really pretty engine. I really like it. So yeah, that's the first purchase we got, £60. Caledonian, the last purchase we got, the Caledonian Rail, £60. 422 Steam Loco and Coach Pack. Alright, next up then, we have this little beauty. Now this is a V2, and this particular one is the Green Arrow. So this engine in real life is currently in Doncaster, where I live. It's in the museum/library. This is a Bachmann model. It cost me £40, which is pretty good going. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Bachmann, as I may have mentioned in the past, especially older Bachmann models, because they're great when they run, but they're god-awful when they need any repair. Now, this is a split chassis one. I did ask a lot of questions with it. The guys said if there's any problems, just let us know. But it did look like it were in good nick, and they did say they'd serviced it themselves, so, you know, it's running fine. But yeah, I've been after a V2 for a long, long while. I did get a V1 from KJB Models, but that was sold as a runner, and it fell apart pretty much immediately with the issues with the axles splitting, which is a common issue on the old Bachmann split chassis one, from what I've read. But also the plastic on the chassis and a lot of where the screws, it was basically rotten, and it just fell apart. I tried to get a refund for that one, but I couldn't. But yeah, so this one, now I love the V2 for a number of reasons. I think they're a smart looking engine. They're a capable looking engine. Obviously, it's a Donny Works one, so it was built in my hometown. And also, my great uncle was a fireman during the Second World War, and afterwards, and maybe a bit before. But he was a big fan of the V2s and the A3s. Not a fan of the A4s. But so this is one of those slightly sentimental ones. And like I said, it's just a gorgeous, very capable little engine. It's a good little runner as well. It's in fantastic nick. It doesn't look like it's been tampered with too much. Someone has added some coal to the tender, which I would have done that anyway. So yeah, I'm probably going to do some weathering on this one, like it currently is, because if you watch Curator with a Camera, which is the National Railway Museum's series, they've done a video on Green Arrow. And as he said, basically it got parked up in Doncaster Museum pretty much as it left service, because it's got some cracked cylinders. Because these have got an interesting design on the cylinders where they're a monoblock. So it's a 3-cylinder engine, which Gresley's kind of like thing, but instead of it being housing for each individual one, it was like a block of 3, which was good, but it was also bad, because if one cylinder started going, you had to replace the whole thing. And on the Green Arrow now, it got took out of service because it started to crack. But yeah, so this one's a fantastic little runner. capable of freight, and it can pull a lot, and also passenger service as well. Okay then, coming in at a whole £20, this is a Princess Elizabeth Princess class in BR green. Now I've got some Triang ones of these. This is a Hornby one, I think, or it might be a Triang one. It's a later one than what I've got anyway, and it's fancy because it's in BR green. She's not a particularly good runner at the minute. She needs a good service. Like I said, I've got a couple of these. I've got a bit of a soft spot for the old Princess Locos. I don't know, there's just something about them that I really, really like. But I am a big fan of Stanya's engine designs. Like I said, this one runs awful at the minute. A very stop-start, jerky, juddery. So she needs to come apart. She needs to have a service. When I did peek underneath her, it does look like there's some very thick, bright yellow wiring. So whether or not somebody's been tampering and messing around inside, I don't know until I get it open. I'll let everybody know when we kind of thingy that. But yeah, for 20 quid, you can't really go wrong. It is technically a runner, so you know. I can't remember what stall it was. This particular stall, it was a bit more expensive than the other stalls that were there. There weren't a massive amount of stalls, but yeah, it does mean now, me having this particular loco, that I can consider repainting and renumbering and renaming the other princess that I've got, because I've got I think I've shown it at some point. I've got a black one of these, which I got a while ago, which runs really well. But yeah, so that's the £20 princess, now added to the fleet. Right, so this is actually the first purchase we got. There's one other loco I got, which I'm going to go over in a minute. But yeah, I thought we'd cover this one next. So on reflection, this is a diesel. Oh my god, I bought a diesel locomotive. I did go with the intention of buying a diesel. I don't know much about diesels at all. I don't know much about steam engines, to be honest, but I know more about steam engines than I do diesels. I know the odd little factoid here and there. I didn't even know what class this was, but the people on the stall were really nice. And I saw a Lima, and most people say that I've seen Limas are really good old diesels. So at £35, I thought, why not get this Lima warship? Only to find out when I got home, one, it's not a warship, it's a Western. And here we are, out of the box. We've got a Western, which were apparently used for freight and passenger services, according to Wikipedia. So this is Western Courier. This is not even a Hornby model. This is not a Lima model. It's a Hornby model. So this is a Hornby Western Courier. I'm not sure what year it's from or anything like that. When I've looked through the windows, both sides has a crew, driver and not driver, navigator, assistant, guard. I know from videos I've watched that BR wanted people. The two people in a diesel, because that's what was on the steams, and the unions didn't like it when they tried making single people trains. Apparently that was a thing. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, this is a Western Courier. Now, she is a little bit slow. I don't know if she needs some work doing to her. I've not seen if she pulls anything, but she does run, and that's the main layout. It's an interesting design. I think I'm going to get a small fleet of diesels eventually. and maybe do kind of like the then and now. But yeah, £35 Hornby not Lima, Western Courier. Is it a class 52 or a class 53 or it's a class something diesel? Okay then. So this is the engine that I actually wanted. This was £30. It is a Hornby 060 austerity tank engine. Saddle tank. This particular one in an LNER 8009 livery. So what, post-war? I can't see what the actual numbers say on the maker's mark. Although I did look at it on Wikipedia, and I can't remember where it made. So these are the Hunslet tank engines, and these are fantastic. This tank engine, or this type of tank engine, was what actually was running on the line the day we went up on the battlefield line. That one was called Fred, and it was maroon. This one is black and has no name yet. So yeah, I've wanted one of these for a while, and I've been watching them on eBay and stuff like that. And I just fancied. I liked little tank engines, and this one is in gorgeous condition. It's got sprung buffers, so someone has removed the couplings and added chain couplings to her, which looks really good. I think what I'm going to do for making it ease of service is either look at trying to get some of those NEM couplings that you can remove and swap around, or I have got some Bachmann small couplings, and I might put one on the back just to so it can tow things with ease, and then have it on the front just so have it as a shunter. So it can push things and pull things. But we'll see. I've been looking at various different types of couplings lately. But yeah, so this is the one that I actually went for. It's a gorgeous little loco. And I'm really happy I managed to find one, because it took me ages to find one, and I very nearly gave up and got very, very disappointed at the fact that I couldn't find a little tank engine. So that was the loco haul from the model show. It's not really got the best name in the world. It was a very good show, though. There was a couple of exhibitions on show. Some really nice guys that I met. I think it was the Corbion District Model Railways Society. They were some nice characters. They gave me a giggle. But yeah, so like I said, overall nice show, decent little haul of things, and all stuff that's kind of going to go on the layout and has got homes, and is also kind of like thinking about the next phases of the layout when we start expanding and things like that. So as ever, thank you for watching. Apologies on this one for any audio glitches and things like that. I've been trying to record it around work and, lack of sleep. And as it stands at the minute, we're in heatwave number 5 or 6 in the UK, and my poor old Yorkshire brain and face is just not coping well with the heat. So yeah, apologies on the audio front. But things can only get better, as they say. And I'm waffling now, so like, comment, subscribe, do all that good jazz, and I'll see you on the next one.